Okay, this is just a quick video to show you how you'll be able to share that folder of resources for the Lasallian periods with the other staff. What I will do is you go to your own drive and then you would create or click on New and create a folder. You can call it whatever you want, but just for argument's sake I'm going to call this Lasallian periods, and in a moment it's going to pop up in my drive. Okay, so there it is and it's highlighted blue. Just for argument's sake, I'm going to unhighlight it for the moment. And notice up the top here, there's nothing there in that section where I'm next to the list view. If I click on Lasallian periods now, I get some more choices. Okay, and this is where I want to go. I want to go to the share options. Now at the moment, when I looked at that folder, I'm just going to close it for a second. See, it's just a plain folder. Okay, compared to say this one here that has a little person in the folder. I know that when it has a little person it's shared with people. At the moment it's shared with no one. So I go back up to that shared option. Now you were right, in the email you could actually individually put people's names in, and when you're working with a small group of people that is the preferable option because it gives you more control. But for this case we're going to get up to the shareable link. And my default that I have set always is that anyone at Oak Hill College with the link can actually view that. Now it means that they have to be signed into their Oak Hill Google account to access it. And this is exactly what we want from people, because it means they're working with their Google account, not a personal Gmail account. Okay, so if anyone contacts you and says that they can't get to the resources ever, you just need to simply tell them that they have to sign into their Google account and they will be able to. Don't change it for anybody. Everyone should be working their school Google account. That way we can actually have control over things. So the default here is Oak Hill College can view. Just to show you other choices, when I click on that drop down next to can view and then more, this is where you can get to the most, I suppose, broken down version of the sharing protocols. So anything that goes on the real program website we have here. It's public on the web. That means anyone on the internet can find it, and that's accessible for us in that way that, well, we want it that way so that parents can access things. But because these documents we don't want anybody else to access other than the people at the school, then this is what we want. Anyone at Oak Hill College with the link, okay? Or you could either have it this way. Anyone at Oak Hill College can find and access, okay? But we'll start with the link to begin with. And notice here in the blue it says can view. This is what you want also, because it means that people can access it but they can't change anything on it. Now just say there was a table or something that you wanted people to be able to fill in or something on the document, then by all means you can still keep it as can view. You just need to instruct people that they have to make a copy. So at the moment we've got it set for the right one. Anyone at Oak Hill College can view. So we can see that there, and then when it came to time for you to send your actual email to people, you would just click copy the link and done, and paste that link into the email. Now, you will actually need to open your folder and to drag in or upload any of the resources that you've already created. So if you've created them in your Google Drive already, well then that's fairly simple. It's just a case of either dragging them in, so just for argument's sake, let's go to my drive here. If I wanted to, for example, I don't know, slide this document here into that folder, I know it's going into the right folder because it's got the blue around it. There you go. Okay, so that's a drag and drop function. Otherwise, if you had a particular document that you wanted someone to have a look at in that folder, you can just click on that document. Is one way of doing it. So when you're working in the document itself, you'll notice that up next to the title, you get this little folder. You can click on that folder and you can actually move your document by selecting the relevant folder here. Okay, so it's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is, see here it's highlighted blue. I go up here to my more actions and I can again move it to another folder. So your job will be to either drag things into your Lasallian periods folder if they're Google documents, or open it up and upload files. So they might be things that you've got stored as Word documents or PowerPoints or something in your documents or on your desktop, and you simply need to select the right one, click open, and it will upload. Anything that you create in that folder, so if I go to new and create that Google document now, so I'm going to, and just for the exercise I will title it Lesson 1, so I'm going to click on Untitled Document, and type in Lesson 1. When I go up to the share privileges and I hover over it, it tells me that people at Oak Hill College with the link can access that. Okay, if I wanted to change it, I would just click on the blue there and it would open up those privileges. But automatically, anything that I put in that folder or that I upload or create in there will have the same privileges that folder has, unless I explicitly change it on the document. So just say in this particular document, I didn't want everyone to have access to it. I only wanted the deans to have access to it. Then I would have to click on to that blue share button, and I would have to change here. So if I switched it off and click save, that would mean that only the people that I added, so let's just say, I don't know, let's say Katie, I'll put Katie in there. So Katie would be able to have specific access to that document, but nobody else would be able to. Okay, but you're not going to want to do that for any of the stuff that's in there, I can't imagine. So I'm just going to get rid of that document and get rid of that one. In fact, get rid of the whole folder. But hopefully that should clear it up for you. So anything that you want to share with staff, you will put into that folder, and that way staff have access to all the resources, not just one at a time. And I know that it's a shareable folder, remember, because it's got the little person in it. Any other questions, just shoot me an email and I'll get back to you. Thanks.